gamers, gals, my non-binary pals. Welcome to episode 1 of whatever I want to call my podcast. I don't know. We'll call it the feature match. That's pretty good.
That's
we've got
really good.
yes, we've got King Scarlet, YGO, one of my very very good friends. Very chill guy.
I've never heard of Stevie ever. I don't know what he's talking about.
Fucking rad.
No.
Okay. For those in the audience who may not be familiar with King Scarlet, give yourself a brief introduction.
Hi, I'm Stevie's dad. I grounded him from Twitter and Yu-Gi-Oh events for a very long time. And, what's the other thing I do? I do YouTube skits about Yu-Gi-Oh! For those that want a micro niche and a micro niche to enjoy. That's pretty much it. Occasionally, I will do I think once a year, I'll do one deck profile for the one time that I changed appliancers. And that's about it. But mostly, I'm just goofing around.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Right. I think there's no better thing to do than to just jump straight into it. So we've got a couple questions.
All right.
Probably the biggest one, what got you into Yu-Gi-Oh? Was the anime, playing the card game competitively? What was it?
It was definitely the anime because I happened to see it on accident, just browsing cartoons after school. One day, I think I was in the first or second grade. And then I thought it was really cool, and then I didn't know there were cards or anything. I just thought the cartoon was cool.
Okay.
And then I went to school, and people had they were I think they were the Japanese prints of, I don't know how they got a hold of them, but they were Japanese Winged Dragon Guardian of the Fortress #2, and I thought that was the coolest thing. Yeah, I remember that because this buddy of mine gave that one to me, and that was my first Yu-Gi-Oh card. And so I thought it was so cool. Yeah, from there I was hooked.
I think it was I think my dad, we were at Sports Authority, and I don't know why, but at the checkout line there were Zombie Madness structure decks, and I was like, damn, this is sick. What the hell is Yu-Gi-Oh? This is sick, and I got it. And I was playing with Pyramid Turtle Control. And,
oh man, I
love Pyramid Turtle. And I think after maybe 3 months of playing on the school playground, I just gave up because I'm a kid. I want to eat ice cream. And then in university, when I went into community college, I was like, all right, we got to figure out a friend group. We gotta find a friend group. All right, let's go to the fucking nerd losers in the cafeteria. And I was like, all right, what are you fucking turbo nerds up to? And they were playing Yu-Gi-Oh! And I'm like, oh, I remember this. Pyramid Turtle was the shit. And
God. Stevie, did you really approach people and say, what are you turbo nerds doing?
I still do that. It's hilarious.
All right, actually, it did make me laugh, so that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, but I think after that, that's just where it all went downhill.
Yeah.
Right.
I had a brief period. Sorry, I totally cut you off on accident.
No,
the nature of Zoom call, essentially. I know it's not Zoom, but there was a brief period where I did not play though. So when I got back into Yu-Gi-Oh, I had no idea what competitive Yu-Gi-Oh was, and I had never seen a synchro monster before. So I didn't actually have the understanding. Even then, it was bad. But my sophomore year of college is when I got back into it. I kind of fell off of it when it became no longer socially acceptable as a sixth grader so I secretly played the DS game and didn't tell anybody.
That's fair.
And then then I just kind of forgot about it for the longest time. And then in college I started getting back into seeing synchros and things like that, and kind of seeing what they were. And then I found out that some guys that I had been friends with from college for the last year were also secretly getting into it again.
Okay.
And so we happened to go on a trip, and it came out that we all were low-key into Yu-Gi-Oh, and then we just started playing together, and then got into we still play together now in real life. So yeah,
that'll do it.
Yeah, it was great, but the friendships definitely helped I guess, like steer that course into continuing to play the game, because I don't think I would have if I had no one to play with.
Oh yeah, like Yu-Gi-Oh is very much like you need friends to play with this game.
Yes.
If you are playing with people you do not like, or like
It's horrible.
yeah, like you're just like, the hell am I doing this? I might as well just play like League of Legends if I want to play with people I hate. Like why?
Get on any online game if you just want to be angry, and that's
Exactly.
easy. So yeah, and oh man, I was so bad. Like even actually in spoiler for future questions, but even early content, I was very, very bad. And I'm still bad, but I'm aware that I'm bad. Back then, I didn't know
Makes it
that I
better.
was bad. Yeah. So it was an interesting journey to see the beginning of like, oh, if I just make a synchro monster and pass, that's good, right? That's not. But yeah, so I've come a long way since getting back into it that year. But
Okay.
holy smoke, blast to the past.
Yeah. What do you actually play the game often, like whether casually or competitively? Because I know a lot of your content isn't really like about the game. It's more just about like skits surrounding the game.
Yeah, I'm definitely what I would call in between casual and competitive. I just noticed one hair on my head is sticking up and it's driving me crazy. Anyway, like I wouldn't say I'm not like Tatsum level of like really into competitive. Like I'm not entering events all the time, and I'm not nearly as skilled at the game. I'm not good at knowing what every deck does. I think that's my main weakness, but I do play competitively as far as like I build for the current meta, what I know of the meta anyway. And so I can't afford every staple or anything, so I build with what I have. But I have like mostly competent builds of decks. Like right now, I have Eldritch invoked built.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I really like competitive play.
This
I just
whole
don't really
time,
talk
I thought-
about it.
Yeah, this whole time
Yeah.
I thought you were just like in a bunker of just nothing but like
No.
magic cylinders and like carbuncles. I'm like, yes. I'm like, this is
Yeah,
peak
oh, and
competitive gameplay.
It is so fun to bring appliancers to competitive gameplay and play against like my friends. And I do mostly play with my friends, but they also build for very competitive scenes. We build as if we're going to a competitive event and then play each other a lot.
Okay.
The problem is I don't have the ability to get to a lot of the like high tier events. Like YCSs are not close to where I live.
Yeah, like obviously that's a huge financial thing.
Yeah, so like as much as I would love to, I can't afford to spend like thousands of dollars to travel and go play Yu-Gi-Oh as much as I would want to.
That'll usually do it.
It makes it tough, but I go to locals once in a while. I haven't been in a bit just because I got used to not from COVID, and I just like.
Oh yeah.
And my
was, like,
stores
lazy.
are so small. There's like only a very small following, and I'm not even sure that they're functioning. I haven't
That's fair.
really checked in, but which is probably like not good of me. I should probably like go, but I just like forget. And then I do love going to regionals though. That's been the highest I've been able to get to, is going to regionals in the Midwest area, like Indiana, Illinois, Wisconsin area. Like I've been able to go to those types of regionals, and my best it wasn't good. The best I ever did was it was still Master Rule 4, and I built what was it? Time Thief Invoked. It's not good.
Yeah,
but
it's like, what's the synergy?
But there were like 400 people at this, and I came in like 73rd. It wasn't horrible.
Okay, that's not miserable.
Like, I actually did pretty decently with it, but it was total lucky hands every time. It was literally like, hope that you normal summon Alistair, and also you had a special summon to make Redoer, banish it, because then that would free off the extra monster zone, and then you invoke something, and then Redoer comes back, and you can hopefully like have 2 interruptions, and then follow up. It was very control based.
I mean, considering what Master Rule 4 was, like...
Yeah, like, it was a very, like, I've hacked Master Rule 4 type of stupid deck. So it had no business doing well, but it did, kind of, for what it was.
I mean, you got relatively close.
Yeah.
I probably
So...
was like one more win vote, probably.
Yeah. So I'm pretty familiar. I'm in and out, though. I feel like right now, with, like, me not going to lots and lots of events and playing all the time, I feel very adjacent to competitive play, but I'm mostly aware of what's going on. Like, I don't know the ins and outs of every deck. I don't know what Sword Soul does yet, like, you know, but...
Can you add 6 plus 4? Congratulations, you now know how to play Sword Soul. That's
oh my, is that really what it does?
It's... yeah. You kind of just do synchro stuff. It's just synchro control. It's not...
Oh.
Like, Tenny Sword Soul is still being discovered, and, like, it's neat, but it's not...
Okay.
But, like, pure Sword Soul is, like, literally just invoked, but it's literally synchro Satellar Knights, if I had to describe it.
Okay. So just do everything.
Can you activate an effect? Yes.
Yeah.
You activate it. Like, there's not a whole lot else.
Yeah.
Let's go to the next question. Well, I guess we kind of already answered this, but,
Sorry.
regarding competitive experience, but we can go to like the next one. It's fine. We're fast and loose with these.
Yeah, man.
Would you ever get into like competitive Yu-Gi-Oh, like Tatsum level, pack level, seriously? And if so, like what would be the catalyst for you to?
I would love to. I really, really would. The only thing really excuse me. Wow, I can't talk. My throat caught twice. I apologize for sounding like a moron just now. But the only thing really stopping me is I think probably just like money and time.
That's fair.
Like it's a huge time commitment. I would love to be like you know, Tatsum works at a card shop and he is doing really well with content, so he's just surrounded by the game all the time. Pack, I believe, has a full-time job but also commits really hard to doing streaming all the time, right? So it's like I don't have the ability to commit that hard yet.
Okay.
But I would love to if time presented itself, funds were there, and I could really, really dive in and learn the game well. Because I think my main barrier as far as being not ready for competitive play is I am absolutely horrible at knowing... Not just stop there, actually. I'm just absolutely horrible.
That's it. Just cut the stream. It's over.
But I'm just really bad at, I think, knowing what other decks do. So I will just, like, shotgun bad interruptions at things. And so, like, I think that's often what separates really, really good players from people who just pick up a deck and try and play it because it's good. Like, just, like, knowing the game well and, like, niche interactions. And so I'm really bad at that, and it would take time and commitment for me to know those things.
Yeah, definitely.
So.
That's something you literally have to just get better with time. Like, literally just grind out dueling book matches. Where,
right.
And, like, yeah, like, eventually, after just, like, enough hundreds of hours of experience, you become like Pack, where you just know every single deck because that's all you do on your free time.
Yes, yeah. And that's tough. That's really tough to... I don't know how he does it, because I know he works full-time, too. And I work full-time, and I don't know how people do that at the same time.
Yeah, I have no idea how he does it. Man's a monster.
Seriously. But yeah, I would love to, though. I really would. I'd love to be at that level and be able to compete like that. That sounds like a lot of fun, honestly.
I believe one day.
One day, that's right. Yeah.
When it comes to like the current format that we're in right now, do you have any particular like gripes or praises for it?
I don't know how I feel yet about flunderies. I don't like how stunny it is, but that's really specific. But you know, it's not really established yet. We don't know. But otherwise, I feel like the format's pretty diverse. There's a lot of really good tier 1 and tier 2 decks. Heck, even Rogue has a lot of things that can just like steal wins, you know. So I think as far as like diversity, I think it's great.
Yeah, I think yeah, the new Burst of Destiny definitely like injected a lot of life into the format.
Yeah.
And we're starting to finally move away from like the decks that we've been playing for like the past. We moved away from a deck and a half.
Yeah.
Of, like what we've been playing.
Drytron and
like, Drytron's still playable. Tri-Brigade is just leaderless. We've just kind of gone back to like burn up.
yes.
But I mean, like, yeah, we've got Sword Soul.
Yeah.
We've got Sword Soul. We've got Flunderies. We've got Brave PK. I just feel like the amount of testing that people have already done for these formats, just like they've been anticipating this set for like months, and I think there's been so much testing that I think in like 2 weeks the format's gonna be solved, and I think we're just gonna be back like, all right, when's the next ban list? When's the next set?
Yeah, and I can't tell right now if it's gonna be more heavy combo or not, just because there are a ton of equalizing cards that are geared to stop combo. So I don't know if we're gonna head right back to the overcorrection of like everybody's flipping back row. That's why I built Eldritch, because I was just like, I'm not dealing with all that.
I don't want to lose the Ash Blossom. Set 5 pass.
Yeah, I'm just flip. Oh, cool. It's the golden boy. But
I think, yeah. I'm not gonna be a huge fan if we full revert, in my opinion, because that's just gonna be like, yes, we're back to Virtual World, the last half of Virtual World format, where Torrential is like the best card of all time. Right.
Yeah, and I don't know how I feel about the Phoenix Enforcer thing too, because that's the whole debate, of like.
That's a whole other issue.
Yeah, like I don't love that both Dragoon and that are accessible in pretty much everything to be the game-winning card. I will say, I hope that something is done about that in the future, and I think Phoenix Enforcer's a much more healthy card, but it's definitely... maybe I'm wrong, because I'm not, like, the competitive analysis guy.
No, it's not like it's the most health. It's not like it's as like oppressive, like seemingly oppressive as like Dragoon, but it's very much just like, yes, I can't wait to deal with this every turn.
That's true. Yeah, I mean, and that's the thing is like, I don't know how to resolve that to keep a new card in the game that people will want to play because they've invested in it, right? But also at the same time, like. Remember Mermaid? Like, are we really gonna go back to any two cards?
Gameplay.
That's, I don't know. I'm back and forth all the time just because I feel like there are ways to out things. Like, it's fine, but at the same time, it's like, do you want to see this all the time? It really, I think, will come down to people are just sick of it more than it's broken.
That might happen. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know though. But otherwise, I don't have a whole lot of beef with the competitive scene. I think it's really, really diverse, and it's definitely changed over the last year a lot, but at the same time it's like the same like just goals have changed on what people are ending on.
Like, instead of like double right Giphy was literally like the best deck for some reason for like a while, and I'm like, how did Prank Kids ever do well? This deck is so bad. Yeah. And now they're gone. Like, they're just... Like, thank God.
They disappeared.
What'd you say is your favorite format of Yu-Gi-Oh?
I know this is controversial.
He's gonna say something like some FTK format. Just go.
No! I know a lot of people didn't like this format, but I actually loved Eternal format.
I feel like that's not... Yeah, I feel like that's not really an unpopular opinion.
Okay, I know a lot of people were like, those decks all needed to die. And they did. So it was
Unfortunately.
But I really enjoyed that. It was a low power format, really. Like, it was right after, Thunder, Chaos, Combo, Dragon. It was right after that format, kind of when things kind of shifted with Orchest, and I know people were so sick of Orchest, and I totally get it, but hot take, don't be mad. I think Orchest was a pretty fair deck.
I mean, it was. Yeah, like it was like fair. It was just like annoying. Like nobody thought like
agree.
like I don't think anybody thought like, yes, we need to keep Hardcore because it's banned because it's gonna ruin the event. Like no, everyone's just like, no,
Yeah.
I don't want to fucking see that card again. Get the shit away from me.
100%, and I totally get that. And I know that's like, now Colossus was a different story. I totally get it. Card design can be limited with that, and that makes sense.
Yeah.
I still want it back, but I get why it will probably never come back. It was really weird for me to see them hit Salamangreat so hard too. I thought that like Salamangreat was one of the most fair decks of all time, but in such a low power format, it was thriving along. It was like the little brother of Orchist.
Yeah.
They ultimately had the same goal, I think, but I really, really enjoyed that format just because I felt like even though Orchist was really prominent, you could bring a low power deck of your choosing and probably do fine, as long as you sided well, and because there were like a million side deck options to Orchist too. I played Orchist during this format actually, not biased or anything.
Yeah.
You know, it sucked because I would lose to just these side deck blowout cards, and I did terrible at my last regional with them because it just like didn't matter that I was packing one of the best decks. Everyone was siding for Orchist, and they sided only for Orchist.
I remember at a regional. I think I was playing Draco. I think I had 12 cards just for Orcas. Like, I was like, all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, all right, we got Evenly, we got Lancia, we got DD Crow. No, it wasn't DD.
What do you do? You know?
I had like System Down. I remember like that was I think that was one of the regionals that I won. Like with True Draco, I was just like, yes, I'll like normal summon border pass. And they were like, all right, I can't out it. Game 2, and like they do the full Orcas combo. I'm like, all right. Diagram, they negate it. Alright, system down. They're like, shit.
Yeah.
And then I win because I normal summon border. And they can't out it. I'm like, yes.
I think you were my opponent, I think. That's pretty much what happened to me, like every game though, or every match rather. But like, holy smokes, it was a bad call to bring that in its last moments, just because everyone was just like, no. As soon as you play an Orcus card, they're like, no.
That's my favorite. I get why people like toss format. Like it's pretty low power. Like all the decks, like it's a top 5 deck arguably, with like Thunder, Dragon, Chaos just kind of screaming in the corner.
Yeah,
like
it did not do well. I tried to play Thunder as well, and I just got destroyed by these lower power decks. But like, you can't do anything to them. Like what Thunder Dragon just doesn't stop what they do.
Yeah.
It stops Striker, but it didn't matter.
And then you realized, Widow Anchor. Oh, okay.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, like the combo variant of like Thunder was like cool, but it didn't really see any success unless you owned like a $1,000 prize card.
Yes. Yeah.
I think
exactly.
Yeah, I think literally every single top with that deck at like a premier event was with a prize card, which is really fun.
Insane. Wow.
But I think my biggest gripes with the format was like one, every deck kind of played the same. Like Orcus and Salad, they were just kind of the same deck. Thunder and Striker, they were just kind of the same deck. And then it kind of became a tier 0 format, like at the last 2 months, like when Orcus Striker,
fair.
like.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah.
Oh, Orcus Striker was the least fun. Like, you could not beat that deck.
No.
Yeah.
No, you could not. Also, just engage. You know why? Well, Konami. Hey, Konami. Look at me. Look at me. Why'd you make that? Hey.
Gotta sell product.
But why? You know?
Gotta sell product.
Hey, look, hey. Why? That's it. God. Anyway.
That's more than fair. Oh my god. What's funny is when I was talking to those fucking turbo nerds at community college, the deck that they decided to teach me was actually Striker.
Whoa!
They were like,
no
oh, okay.
Way.
It was because like it was the only spare deck they had. And I'm like,
yeah,
they have a spare Striker deck of all decks.
Because it was pretty pricey back then, right?
Yeah, I was like, why do you randomly just have like 3 engage and like 3 Widow Acre as like a spare?
Pulls it out of the garbage. Just like,
yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, anyways, Ultra Pro $2 deck box. Here's a striker deck. I'm like, cool. Oh, but also I was activating like engages of like kaijus in my main monster zone. It was bad.
Man, what a time to be alive.
Just hard, just soft cheating every 5 seconds.
Stopped cheating. It's just cheating. That's all. It's just regular cheating.
It's just cheating.
No
You just don't know. I swear it's an accident. How did you decide to get into content creation?
Oh gosh. I don't even know if it was really like this one day I woke up and was like, you know what? Guess what I'm gonna do? Like, it was more of just like, I first discovered, I think the first YugiTuber I ever saw was Team APS. But I was very late to the game on discovering YugiTube. I had no idea that there were YouTube videos about this card game until like 2017. And so I know it had been around for much longer, but I wasn't aware of it. So I started to watch them, and I also started to watch, like, I discovered Simo and then DZeef, and those were like the only ones I really knew about, and then some smaller ones. If I looked up a deck profile, I discovered that there was such a thing as a deck profile. I didn't know about that either. So what I would normally do to try and find a deck is just, I think I would like get onto TCG Player or something and like try to find like a list of things there. They had those sometimes, I think, back then, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, yeah.
And so that's how I'd find decks. Then I discovered you could YouTube someone taking a really long time to tell you about their deck.
So like, yeah.
Great. So then seeing that, I was like, oh, it would be fun to make videos about Yu-Gi-Oh! I think I could try that. And I actually started out by just kind of regurgitating what I ran into, which was just deck profiles. Okay. And so that got old after a while, though. I did that and tried to do, like, later on I discovered DZeef and Simo, and they did discussion type videos. And then I tried to, I think, mirror that and emulate that as well in my own way. But the problem was, you see, I was bad at the game. But I didn't know that.
Were bad.
Yeah, I didn't know. So here I am telling people about things that just suck, you know?
Bro, I swear,
and I'm getting mean comments. I'm being mean to other people in the comments, even though I'm wrong. And like, I'm all over the map, you know? And even one time, I have since apologized to him. I got a hold of him once, and I was like, yo, so I used to not really understand the game that well. But DZeef used to say stuff, and I would get, like, I would be one of those casual elitists that's like, this crappy card isn't bad, you're just a mean guy. And I would, like, leave dumb comments like that. And then I contacted him once, and I was like, hey, it's been a couple years.
But
I recently learned that I was stupid. And very wrong, and I should not have done that. Obviously, I don't do that anymore, but, like, maturity, you know, you live and learn.
Secretly, Scarlet just has an alt account where he's just super toxic.
I'm just terrible to people, you know?
He's just being super mean. He's dropping slurs in comment section, like he's going off.
Oh my gosh. Can you imagine? Yeah, so I apologized to him, and he responded back. He was like, it's okay. I get this a lot from people that did not want to hear that their cards were bad. And I was like, that's fair. And then later on, I was making a video with DZeef. And so we're chill. It was all good. He received my apology, and we ended up making videos together. But that was still, like, very surreal to, like, once my sworn enemy. Now, you know, but just kidding. I didn't hate him, but you know. But yeah, deck profiles and trying to, like, be an all-arounder. Take what you see someone like Bear do, but imagine that the person doing that is awful at the game and doesn't know anything. That was essentially what I tried to do. And, you know, he's good, right? He's good at what he does, so that's different. But it just slowly became unfun to me. I was like, I don't really want to do this anymore. And I actually didn't make content for like a 6-7 month period. And I was like, I think I'll probably just not do it anymore. And then I was like, well, what if I just tried
Again.
doing more like comedic type stuff? I haven't really seen a lot of that, but I, was inspired by outside of the Yu-Gi-Oh community, like other YouTube sketch artists. And I even tried to make, they were terrible, but in high school I even made really crappy videos that were comedy sketches. But like it was back in the 2010s era of just like random is funny.
Oh.
And so they weren't funny. That
was everyone, bro. Don't worry about it.
That's true. But yeah, like the Julian Smith era of YouTube comedy, if you know who that is, where it was just like absurdity, where comedy was just like guy walks in room, has hat on, but doesn't think he has a hat on. Guy number 2 walks in, hey, why are you wearing a hat? Guy number 1, what hat? And that's the sketch, like the whole thing. So that was kind of what I used to do in high school. So I was pulling a little from that, and then, more mature comedy and what I thought would be funny to the Yu-Gi-Oh community, and a little less cringe.
That's
and I kind of tried to just marry them together and see what happened, and I did a lot of experimenting. And it took a while to find a groove. Like if you go back to old sketches that I did, even Yu-Gi-Oh sketches, they're not funny. I mean, they're you can tell I was trying.
Watch them.
You can tell that I was trying to be funny, and it's like, oh, okay, yeah, he's trying to, yeah, I see what he tried to do, but like it's not
like a little kid at the talent show.
Yeah, right. And so it took a while to come into my own, because I was also like, I think, kind of afraid to put out my real personality. So like you'll see my personas change over time, because I'm trying to like figure out kind of who I am as a creator. Am I allowed to be authentic? Am I allowed to just be the person I am? I don't know. And slowly but surely, yes, I learned to realize that people are willing to accept that. The right people will accept that, rather. And an audience slowly grew. And now I'm here today doing what I'm doing. But it took a lot of growing and, failure. Like it took a lot of, I'm a learn as I go type of person. So it took a lot of making bad Yu-Gi-Oh sketches, and I still do sometimes, but I learn from all of them. But it took doing that a lot consecutively to really figure out if that's what I wanted to be doing. Experimented with TikTok. I did a lot of that just to kind of see where my dart was gonna land. But a lot inspired me, rather. It wasn't just this one thing and I woke up one day and was making videos, and nor did I start in a place that was perfect. Like it really took a long time for me to seem a little less guffed than I am now. Yeah. I hope that makes sense. That was a really long answer.
No, you're good. I feel like you just answered like 12 questions. I'm like, oh shit.
Oh no!
No, I think we'll be good. We should be fine. But yeah, like everyone's like how they get into content creation is always very different. I think like for Farfa, he was literally just like, I think current Yu-Gi-Oh content kind of sucks and is missing something, so he went to make that. I think Rada did it because he was like bored one day. Like that was honestly like my thing, where I was just like, you know what would be? I think I saw like really old, like when it was Glasgow YGO. I was like, oh bro, this is the funniest. Like it's really. Yeah. I was like, oh yeah, this is great, and like I tried to like emulate that. You can see my super old videos where it's just like a PowerPoint presentation. I'm just like, oh
that's
no.
Amazing. Oh yeah, man, I feel the same way, and like I did this weird thing where I thought I was doing that, like what you just described from Farfa. I started as calling myself the Scarlet Duelist. I also had a name change, and I thought I was going to be the champion of people that were in between competitive and casual, and little did I know that just meant I was bad at Yu-Gi-Oh! And that's not what being in between means, but that's what I was. And so for a really long time, I was like low-key, I think, like giving off casual elitist vibes, because that's kind of how I treated the game at the time. And slowly learned that there was a whole world that I needed to be exposed to, and learned lessons over time. And I don't feel those same ways anymore, obviously, and don't act like that. But like, when you're bad and you don't know you're bad, and you think you're going to be the person that's like, telling people how it is. you kind of come off like a jerk on accident, even if you don't mean to, and that was
definitely.
kind of like, you know, what it was. And but yeah, I definitely, that resonated with like, yeah, I'm gonna be something that's not out there, you know. And then I proceed making deck profiles.
It's like, yes, you went in the complete opposite direction.
I'm so unique.
I think, yeah, like my super early content was like, I hope nobody digs that. It was really bad. It was really edgy. Like, oh my god, bro. You think like, if you guys thought like current me was bad, holy shit! Don't go back to like December 2019 VODs. That shit was awful.
I gotta go back and download all of them. I'm just kidding.
Those have been long purged. I made sure those things never see the light of day. But like, oh my god, I was a real Xbox 360 Call of Duty lobby gamer in those streams. Like, if I wasn't I never dropped a slur, but like just one push off my own edge, like it would have been it.
Oof. Yeah.
It was really bad. Like, again, like you grow up, you realize, damn, maybe being like an edgy teenager isn't funny.
Yeah, right.
Like, maybe this is a great idea.
Yeah, and yeah, I definitely, there's always growth to be had, and it's weird because I feel like you mature in life, and there's something about making content too that like you mature in how you view the content sphere.
Oh yeah.
Because, you know, you go back to, I think I started on Twitter and YouTube in 2018. I don't mean this to sound dramatic, but I'm a different person than you know, like it's really wild. Like, and I know when people say that, they're like, you know, I know that can come off dramatic, but I don't mean it to, but like sincerely, like, I don't even think I think the same way as,
like it will, like, content creation will change you.
Yeah, it really does. And like just getting to know more people in the world and understanding more perspectives, like, you know, again, that really evolved how I viewed people, how I viewed the community, how I viewed doing content and what it's for, what it should be. And even like, it really made me decide, okay, I can either have no subscribers doing what I hate, or I can have no subscribers doing what I like to do. I might as well take the risk and do what I like to do and still have 0 subscribers, you know. And so that's really what I started to do over time. And then, like, again, attitude shifts and other things happen too along the road that, you know, I just feel like I understand the community better now than I did when I started.
Yeah, definitely. Like, yeah, definitely, like, I've gone through my own personal journey when it's just come to, like, understanding, like, what I want to do, understanding, like, what persona I want to output, what sort of, all that sort of stuff. And, like, that, like that's not, like, an overnight thing. That thing will, like, creep up on you, like, over the course of, like, 2 to 3 years.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot.
It is, yeah. I mean, that is the time frame in which I just described, you know. Started 2018, it's 2021. Like, it just, over that period of time, you just become a new human, I feel like.
Oh, it's November. We've been in COVID for too long.
I know!
This whole year, dude, I told everyone, like, I was like, oh, I think when 2019, like, when COVID started, it was literally 20, oh my god, it's 2019.
Was it 2019?
It was 20, that's why it was 19.
Oh my, yeah, because it was like December when everybody was like, yo, have you heard about this? And everybody's like, nah, it's probably just the flu. And then it was not.
Everyone. And then, like, March, like February and March, was that everyone was like, yeah, we should probably take this a bit more seriously.
Like, that's what's happening?
Oh, it's real.
Oh, yeah. Oh, dude, man.
But yeah, when content creation started, I was like, bro, I mean, not content, when COVID started, I was like, bro, like, I guarantee everyone, events aren't going to start until 2022, minimum. And
here we are.
Here we are. Dude,
I mean, we don't have regionals yet where I am. I don't know. I think Europe does. They just started having regionals, right?
I'm not sure. I think the YCS is going to be the first in-person event, though. Both YCSs should be the first. I mean,
I'm sad. I want to go, but money.
Rob a bank, I guess.
I will pay banks. It was. I'm not gonna do that.
Wink.
No. I just on record was not. I didn't. I was here the whole time.
Exactly.
Honestly, I don't know. I was. You know, this isn't a pre-recorded thing at all. This is live. So, oops. Sorry, I don't know what happened.
Sorry, dog. But, oh my god, yeah. I mean, you're from Michigan? I don't know anything.
Indiana, it's okay. They're the same. One's just colder.
It's all a sludge. How much does a plane ticket to like Indiana to Cali cost? Like 300? I guess like wages are different.
I think round trip it's 1,000 right now.
Holy shit.
Yeah, like 500 a piece.
Damn.
At least last time I looked. That could be completely different today. You know how that goes.
Yeah.
But the closer the holidays get, like even though I'm booking for a different time, they just like for some reason will jack up prices.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So it's just, you know, I'm not even booking for, you know, Christmas time or anything. It's just, but that's whatever.
Yeah.
So, yeah, unfortunately, it's on a teacher's salary. Just probably isn't going to happen. So,
yeah, unfortunately.
You know, it is what it is.
This is where you call Doug Zeef and it's thousands of dollars of ad revenue and just be like, hey, can you give me $1,000? Just fly me out.
Hey, buddy, since we've done 2 videos together, want to give me $1,000?
Yeah, don't worry.
Because I didn't rob that bank. So I didn't.
All the money's gone. It's gone towards Kevin.
Yeah.
What would you say is your biggest accomplishment and mistake when it's come to content creation?
Ooh. I gotta think about that one. This is the part where I make mouth noises. Noises, rather, to stall for time.
Yes.
I didn't, but jokingly.
You're not banned yet, so.
Accomplishment. I don't even know if I really have an accomplishment. It's just like, yeah, I'm doing it. You know.
I mean, it doesn't have to be like a direct, like a numerical. Yeah. It could just be like a personal goal that you may have achieved, or just like you got to work.
I will say the most memorable one, I think, is it was around this time last year, actually. I was still sitting around like 850 subscribers, and I was like, you know, I was aiming for 1,000 by the end of the year. I don't think it's gonna happen, and I wasn't too beat up about it. I wasn't like, I have to get there. It was just kind of like, all right, well, I set out that goal and came really close. I was fine with it, genuinely. Like it wasn't anything that was like eating me alive. So I made a quick, you know, Twitter post. Wow, I am only 26, but talking like I am 72. But I did that, and suddenly the entire Yugi Twitter community was like rallying, and
I remember
got me there that night. And like it actually happened because Farfa happened upon one of, I don't know if someone sent it to him.
It was like Farfa, APS, like everybody was like tweeting about it. I was like,
yeah.
I was like, damn.
I was also like, whoa, like, thanks. You know, I made that tweet, and then 2 hours later, I was just hanging out with my wife and like telling her about it. Actually, at the same time, I was like, yeah, I don't think I'm gonna get there. I just was, you know, I think I'm gonna give up. I think I'm just gonna, it's fine. And then I got a notification on my phone that Farfa had commented on my video that was like people who unpack their entire bag at events was the video. And he was like, ha ha ha, this is hilarious. And I was like, isn't that really Farfa? I don't know, it's probably just like a random like person pretending to be Farfa. So I had no, it wasn't even on my radar that Farfa would ever see my videos. Honestly, at that time, I'm still very small, but I was even smaller. And it was him, and I was like, whoa. And then I see that I'm getting like 1 million notifications on Twitter, because I was off of Twitter at this point. I hadn't been looking. and it was that Farfa had tweeted out my video, and someone tagged me in that tweet, and I was like, whoa! And then suddenly I was at 1,000 subscribers.
I mean, congrats, dude.
Yeah, thank you. I mean, it was really cool because it was like all around the same time that a lot of the larger people had stumbled upon me and been really, really generous with just like shout outs, and including him. There were a few others, you know, I think APS gave me one. I think MBT had on stream. And a few others, and I was just like, whoa, it was like all happening at once. It was crazy. And then that same night, DZeef actually DM'd me and was like, hey, I'd love to be in a skit if that'll help you grow a little bit. That'd be really fun. And I actually had to just like get off. I was so overwhelmed in a good way, that I was just like, I gotta get off of here. I can't answer anybody. Like, I waited until the next morning, because I responded to DZeef because I didn't want to just like ignore him. But after I responded to him, I was just like, I gotta stop.
Yeah.
I gotta get off of here. It was like really, like the kindness was just like almost too much to receive. I didn't feel like I deserved it, you know, and so that was probably one of the best moments in content creation, to know that people had my back like that. That was really cool.
Nice.
And then failure. I've failed a lot. It's hard to narrow that one down.
What is like the biggest mistake then, I guess?
I think it wasn't necessarily like one huge big mistake, but I think my biggest mistake going into content creation was thinking I already knew everything. And I really did come in with a really poor attitude. You know, I've alluded to this a few times, I think, in us talking and even on Twitter a few times.
Yeah.
Like it's not a secret for me that I used to be not great, you know? As far as like how I don't think I was necessarily like toxic, but you know, when I didn't understand the game very well, I went into content creation with a bit of a casual elitist mindset. And then I had a bit of a chip on my shoulder on thinking, because I was being more creative than others, that I was in some way superior, which, by the way, I wasn't being more creative. And there's no such thing as better, or like, that's all subjective, you know? But I had a big chip on my shoulder, like felt like I had something to prove. And if this is like pre 200 subscribers, King Scarlet, you know, when I was still being a ragamuffin. But I think that was one of my biggest failures, is just thinking I knew everything, thought I needed to tell people how it is. And I probably came off like a jerk to a lot of people, and unfortunately can't undo that. All I can do is hope that, you know, they forgive that and see the progress that's made, you know, now, and that I don't act that way anymore, because I learned my lesson, right?
Yeah, definitely.
But, you know, that I think I was overall just like not always, I didn't really understand as much as I thought I did, but acted like I did. And that's probably, I think, one of my biggest downfalls early on in content creation, is just like thinking I knew it all, and therefore coming off like a bit of a ragamuffin at times. And, you know,
Yeah, definitely.
if I could go back and do it again, you know, obviously hindsight's 2020, I wouldn't, you know, have that attitude coming into it. But, you know, and I wasn't like walking around like punching people in the mouth or anything, or like verbally destroying people, but I wasn't always like, you know, a peach to people, and
That's fair.
had a bit of, again, you know, I had a chip on my shoulder, I guess is the best way to put that. And that can be damaging, you know, that can hurt people's feelings, and, you know, I'm sure I did at certain points. So, you know, yeah, I hope that makes sense.
No, that makes like a ton of sense.
But yeah, so,
I mean, Rob.
you know, you live and learn, and you do what you can do now. So
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, definitely, like, again, I super relate to like that last part. I was just like,
Yeah.
like back then, like I thought I was like the hot shit, and
Right.
I thought I was like the hot shit, and I thought I had this right to be like super mean and toxic to people, where I was just like, hey, maybe you shouldn't,
Yeah.
maybe you shouldn't be a dickhead.
Right, yeah,
And,
exactly.
like, yeah, like I burned a lot of bridges, like with both friends and content creators, and like slowly trying to build it back up, but like
Yeah.
It's a
I feel you.
process.
It is, yeah. You know, growth is something that happens over time, and you know, when you have stuff like that, like, you can only hope that people see that, right, and that your actions speak louder now than, you know,
Yeah, definitely.
the way you were. So yeah, and you know, people grow and change over time. That's just what happens, you know.
Yeah.
I think everybody can relate to that. Hopefully, I don't think there's any perfect human out there. So, you know.
I mean, like that's all you can really do. That's all you can really expect from people. Not to like make 50 apologies or like donate to charity. Like no, like people. Like you just hope they grow up and move on. Like that's that's the best case scenario.
Right.
Do you feel that Yu-Gi-Oh content creation right now is in a good place, or do you feel like it's like a bit stale, repetitive, or do you have any gripes with it as a whole?
You know, I haven't really thought about it. Man, now I have to.
I'm holding.
I gotta make more mouth noises to try and to legally think about my play.
Yes. Hold up, thinking.
You know, I really like it at the moment. I feel like it's evolved so much beyond. I have to burp. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Excuse me. I feel like it's evolved past like, hey guys, today I'm coming at you with what the meta is, or hey everybody, this is my deck. Like I think it's. Or just like mega replay dubstep channels. Like I think not that I'm slamming those. Like if that's what you like to do, that's awesome. I'm not like slamming you or anything. But I feel like content there's more out there. Like it's okay if you enjoy that style of content still. It's okay if you're making that type of content. But I think, you know, we've evolved into, and one of the big catalysts I think for that was Gage with sealed only. Like people started to think like, oh, I can take this game and do something with it that someone isn't.
Oh, definitely.
And reinvent this a little bit, because I think Gage said he pulled that from sports or something, right?
It was like a RuneScape thing.
Was it RuneScape? Okay, I knew he pulled it from something else. Yeah, but like I think right there was a turning point, and now you're looking at people creating their own unique series. Like, yes, some of them are spin-offs of progression at this moment. Like, there are a lot of people that are doing spin-off progression. But again, that's still the community evolving into like, oh, I can take this and make something out of it. You know, you've got you doing Yu-Gi-Oh! Jeopardy. Like, I don't think anybody was doing that in like 2018. Or, you know, like...
stole that from someone.
Everything's stolen, everything's borrowed. You know what I mean? Whatever.
I think, but I don't know who did it, but it had like 4 pro players on it. And I was like, damn, these questions are boring as hell. I'm gonna make a better version of this, so I just did it and stole it.
Well, that's the beauty of I think Yugi tubing though, is a lot of people they've watched something and they're like, I think I could improve upon that. And I think that's cool. Like I would rather see that than people literally being like, I'm gonna make this same exact thing and change nothing. Like I think that would be kind of weird, you know. And I think there was an era when I started where that is what Yugi tubing was. It was a lot of the same. You know, there were some I think skit channels out there. I'm not gonna say I was definitely not the first one to do a Yu-Gi-Oh skit at all. But I think I took something that only I do and like drizzled that on top of a Yu-Gi-Oh skit, and now I have like a unique style, if I may say so. It's not like, again, I didn't pioneer the Yu-Gi-Oh skit, but I think, you know, there was a lot of that kind of creeping in. There was now progression. There's people hosting their own tournaments thanks to COVID. People do that regularly now. There's streaming. People are like, I don't think people were really streaming a whole lot other than House of Champs for the longest time. Yeah, I just feel like it is a lot more diverse. I really like it. I think that it's cool too to see a lot more interaction between creators. I feel like that's at an all-time high from the past. I think that's really cool because like big and small, like I think people are just like more willing to work together and get to know one another and do that. And I think that's been really awesome to see that evolve. Just because what you see now, I wouldn't have imagined it in like 2018, 2019, pre-COVID. Like it was kind of the same old, really.
Oh yeah,
you know?
Definitely.
And there is still some of that. There's still definitely
like there still exists like profiles and blah blah blah.
Yeah, like right. And there are content, styles of content that I don't personally watch. But like they're still out there doing well. People are making it. You know, like everybody's got their preferences. But yeah, overall, I'm I'm thrilled with what YugiTube is at this time. I think it's really, really cool, and I think it can always grow and get better. Because I don't want to be the person that's like it's perfect now. It can always grow and get it better, but I think it's in one of the best places as far as like community being healthy than it has been, you know. And it can always get better. Like never log on to Zodiac, I hear. I never have, but
Good.
you know. So yeah, I think it's good. But yeah.
Yeah,
I circle talk there a lot. Sorry.
No, you're good. I definitely feel that, like, again, like really 2016 to like 2018, like when you look at that sort of era of YugiTube, it was just this homogenous sludge. Like it's very, like, it's just like the, yes, animated GIF background, talk about card.
Yeah.
Random, like, haha, this is a funny card meme review by like Farfa randomly.
Yeah.
For that era of time, like Farfa meme review was like considered the best content, which is like kind of weird to say. But
yeah, like, is it crazy how far everyone has come? Like, I feel like we finally realized, and I don't know what happened, and it might have been Farfa being the pioneer of this. I don't really know. That might be too much of like an overstatement. I don't know. But like injecting your own personality rather than being someone that's just like Secrets of Eternity. I'm just kidding. You know, like just narrating over floaty thing about your thoughts on how competitive or not competitive a card is and why you think it's good. You can tell a joke here and there. You can throw in a meme if you want. Like, you know, I think that really did set the stage and allow for people to be like, oh, I can maybe be myself a little bit. There, you know, I think that's really cool to see then and now. It's wild.
I think, like, from my opinion, like, without a doubt, probably like the biggest catalyst for like YugiTubing like actually becoming like a real thing was definitely sealed only. Sealed only,
yes.
I think, like, I make the joke with like Gage a lot about how sealed only like ruined YugiTubing because I think like from that day on, like 100 channels just kind of spawned doing sealed only, and I think only 2 of them are good, being Revs and like Ruggles.
Yeah,
I will say there was. I don't watch a lot of
it got old. Yeah, I again, this was in my like era of thinking I needed to like tell people how it is. I definitely during that era I dunked on people who were doing that way too much.
Oh, yeah.
Because it was just them having fun with it, right? But I had this again chip on my shoulder, like, be unique, don't do something like that. Everyone's doing it.
Yeah.
And so like that's not true. Do what you want, you know. But it did arguably as a viewer like take the content creator me out of it. I did not want to watch everyone do a sealed only. I didn't. You know.
Yeah, like, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, like series are just kind of like once they get rolling, like it's really. I like to see like 50 of them.
Right. You know, and we're getting there a little bit, if I may say, with progression. You know, if I think it's great. I enjoy them, and I even enjoy some on multiple channels, but we are getting to that point where like everybody's like,
it's very oversaturated.
I think it's time, you know. And again, it's for fun. Do it. I'm doing one with my friends, not for content. It's really fun to play that way. It really is.
Yeah.
But like, and again, not a slam. Just as a viewer, I don't personally want to watch everyone do a progression series.
Yeah. I think like the only other prog I watch. Okay, I might not have one. I think it's like I'm trying to genuinely think. Outside of like I can't think, like only Nux Taku, but that doesn't count because I'm judging it. I'm judging it. I'm like managing it to make sure these kids don't just cheat.
Sure, yeah. That makes a little more sense.
I was like, what do I do? Like,
yeah.
Like the funny thing is I don't actually watch a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh content. I watch like 4 or 5 channels, like super consistently, but like
right.
I really don't go out of my way to like discover channels. Like maybe once in a blue moon where I'm just like, oh, like Cat TCG is pretty chill. Oh,
Yeah.
like King Scarlet, like your like I remember, like I think I've told you this before, but I fucking hated your content at first. I was like, this, like, who the fuck is this bozo? This fucking PG kiddie school preschool garbage.
What video? I just am curious because
I'm so many. I just hated.
Which one did you see first that you were like, this guy's he sucks? And what changed your mind?
Let me check. Like, I remember seeing the bag one. The bag one was like the original one. Like, I mean, like everyone saw that one.
And you hated it?
Yeah, and I was like, yeah, oh my god, I have it from 10 months ago. Just watched. And I'm like, this is fucking bullshit, dude. How is this funny? This is fucking dog shit video. And then I think like, I don't know why. I just didn't like it.
I'm just like, I'm in no way offended because like, whatever, man, like it or don't. I'm just so curious as to like, when the switch flipped because I didn't change that much. Like,
I think
did you not believe, was it like an authenticity thing where you're like, no, nobody does this, there's no way he's really like this, so I don't like it? Was it like your need for authenticity that was like, no?
I can't really describe it. I think just for some reason, like in my primal soul, I just felt like this hatred. I was like, this is awful. I have no logic. He wasn't dropping gamer words. Like, oh no.
I didn't say yeet and poggers enough, and so Stevie wasn't having it. I didn't shout Among Us randomly in my videos, so he was like, That's really funny.
I'm trying to find it. I don't know, but it was like maybe 3-4 months ago where I was just like, all right, I was like, all right, you know what? Fuck it, we're gonna watch a King Scarlet video. And then like I was just watching on the stream, like, damn, maybe these are actually pretty good. And I was just like, I don't know why. Like my switch is like flipped. I'm like, all right, maybe these are pretty good.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
I was just like, yeah. I was like, well, all right.
There are some that are arguably not good. Like, you know, in hindsight, I'm like, I could have made that joke better, you know?
Like, I won't sugarcoat, like, I won't, like, sugarcoat or, like, lie to anyone's face. Like, sometimes, like, I'll be like, damn, this video kind of missed. But, like, bro, the ones from you that like, hit, oh my god, fucking bangers.
Thank you, I appreciate that. Yeah, no, like, sometimes I know going in, like, and actually almost 100% of the time, I know before I hit publish, many people will not think this is funny, but many also will. Like, it's a 50-50 shot for some of them, and then sometimes, like 1 out of every 13, I'm like,
yeah, you're just like, oh, this is a great video. Like, I have no issues with it.
Yeah,
and then it gets like
I know I have the criticisms that I know are coming already. Like, no one is tougher on me than me, believe it or not. So like, I know most of the time the parts that people are gonna be like, too corny, or nah, you explained it too much, or you could have made it this way, why'd you do it that way? And I'm like, I didn't feel like reshooting. That's why.
No, dude, that's me like 100% of the time. Like, I think like one of my locals vlog, like the one where like I ran the card shop, not the OTS portion. Remember, Konami, I do not work in any way regarding the Yugioh section. I am only a but I remember, like, I was like, I had like 4 vlogs, like I had like 4 weeks worth of footage, and like I was looking through it all like one at a piece. I was like, damn, these are all fucking awful. Like, these are all terrible, and I had to like splice it all together, like over the course of like an entire night. I was just like splicing maybe like 60 gigabytes of footage. Like,
oh my gosh,
like literally shot on iPhone, because I don't use a camera. I don't own a camera. I use my iPhone.
Really? All on everything?
Every vlog, I think every video with me in it has been shot on my iPhone. It just
that's
so
cool.
much audio mixing. Oh my god.
You know, though, iPhones have come a long way. You can pretty much get away with that. You don't need to buy a camera if you don't want to be honest. Like, the only reason I have this camera is because I already have this camera. I didn't buy this camera. You know, like that. I would never recommend to someone, oh, to make content, you really gotta get a DSLR.
Buy a Canon 65.
Right, you don't need to at all.
Like, no, like 90% is gonna be your like 95% of it is gonna be your like no words. Like 80% of it, no words. Like 70% of it is gonna be like.
Like 51%. Over half.
Okay, like half of it is gonna be like your phone. Like you could get away
your
with
audio,
just your phone and like a decent microphone, and like the other half is gonna be like how much time you're gonna put into like edit it and make it actually look presentable and not like a fucking found footage movie. Like
for real, yeah. I mean, yeah, I use a $30 mic. You know, it works. It's fine.
Yeah. Like, I think like for my iPhone videos, I just don't have a microphone because I don't own one.
And it's fine. Like you can run it through something to kind of spice it up a little bit, take out the bad parts. I didn't really. Honestly, though, to tell you the truth, I watched your most recent vlog, and was that one also iPhone?
The Hypeland one?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was just iPhone.
I couldn't tell. Like it didn't sound bad at all.
Yeah.
And it looked great. Like you don't need to be shooting Avatar to make a good vlog.
It definitely helps, but
for sure. If you can, great, do it.
Go for it, but don't ever think that you have to spend like, oh, I have to get like this swivel handheld tripod, 6500 DSLR Rode microphone stand.
Right.
Like you do not need that. That is.
I think everything I have other than my camera is a knockoff brand.
I feel you on that.
Yeah, like everything.
Yeah,
I'm so curious. Sorry.
No.
We keep doing that. Oh no! I am so curious. Still, I'm trying to scroll through and guess which video you saw that was like, all right, fine.
I'm trying to find it. When did we start talking? I don't remember how long ago it was.
Dude. I think I first ever spoke to you when we did Scapegoats podcast that one time, and then also never again.
Oh my god, dude. Okay, I'm not gonna, like, I love Scapegoat. Okay, like Scapegoat. I love you. Like, don't ever think otherwise. But holy shit, that podcast structure was awful. That was not.
I don't even remember what we did.
I don't
remember. We just kind of introduced ourselves and left, right?
20 of us in a call.
Yeah.
And then I'm just like, I was like, the Scapegoat. I was like, I feel like we should limit it to like a main cast and like have people rotate. And I think he was like, nah, let's just do it all at once. I'm like, all right, man, it's your podcast.
Yeah, I mean, I think that part was fine. I just don't remember what we were discussing. I think it took us like an hour to get through intros.
We just did like intros, and everything else is just like a blur.
Well, he did a few more that were narrowed down. I think he just wanted to introduce the full cast, which is totally valid. But then from there, I never really felt like I fit into one of the categories.
Yeah, I remember.
And so I feel so bad. I've never done it again, and I felt bad because I did commit to like, yeah, I'll do it sometimes. Each one was like about like anime or other things that I just don't know anything about.
One
really.
Was about, like, anime. One was about like cosplay. Like one was about collecting, and I'm like, I don't fit any of these.
Me either. Yeah, like I have a collection, but it's not impressive. It's just like cards I have, not like.
Yes. Check out my Savage Strike Bolt, guys.
Yeah. You guys want to see my bulk from 2011? Like, it's just like that's really all I have. So yeah, like childhood nostalgia cards that are worth $1. So
a whole shiny penny.
Yeah, it's anyway. Yeah, I don't even remember how we got on that topic.
Oh yeah, like the video, like how we started talking to each other.
Oh yeah. That was my first time ever talking to you, and then. Later on in my life, you shot me a message that you told me, love the content, keep it up, let me know if you need help with anything, which I now know is a lie, because you hated me. To be fair, my first impression of you, you were just like low-key bragging about how you were banned from everything, and I was like, who's this moron? Like,
Yeah.
So I was just like, Stevie, I don't get you, man. Like, I don't get your thing. And now I think you're great because we've actually had conversations. But that just goes to show you don't know somebody till you know somebody, because now we're buds.
Yeah.
You know? And that's just so funny to me that, like, our impressions of each other were like, nah.
Yeah, nah. That was me with like a lot of dude. I think I can name like so many content creators like off the top of my head where I fucking hated at first, and like now I'm like really good friends with them. I don't know why.
Well, we think we know people based on, you know, what we see them put out, and the truth is, I mean, it just goes to show, don't have parasocial relationships with content creators because you don't know them. You just don't.
You do not know us. We are not your friends.
We don't know each other. Yeah.
Like I will tell you this right now, chat. We are not friends. We will likely never meet in real life. And the interaction.
I hate all of you.
Yeah. You're nothing but money bags to me. Hit the sub button now. Give it.
Now, to be fair, I do hate all of you equally. So
there you go.
You know, unsub right now. Bye.
Fuck
Oh
you,
no,
Payne.
Payne, come back. I didn't know you were there. I love you.
Payne, you're a content creator. It's fine.
I know. Oh heck.
Oh, yeah.
Man.
But
Yeah, but I don't know. Like, let me go back and see if I can find that DM because I think that was really the first time that you may have lied, but said you enjoyed me.
I can't find it. Like, there
I'll
was the
try,
one.
I'll
Oh
try.
my god, there's like one from April, and then just like a 2-month gap. And I think
Yeah.
there
Why
is.
can't I find? Oh, you're banned. I can't find you anymore.
Oh, on Twitter? Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's what it was on Twitter.
Oh, I was looking at Discord.
Oh, Discord. I hadn't talked to you.
Yeah, we don't talk on Discord.
Not really. And now I guess I can't find that DM on Twitter.
Yeah, we don't
Because
talk on Discord because we usually talk on just Twitter.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Oh, maybe I can cheat my way into finding our history if I go into the group of all of us that did like the music video stuff.
I think my messages get deleted from that, but you can try.
What?
They're just
Oh,
gone.
no. Oh man, I don't know how to work Twitter. I guess. How do you see everybody? Do I have to scroll all the way?
Oh, that doesn't happen. Oh, that doesn't have a function.
It does on mobile, but not on. I can see everybody and add people and everything on mobile, but on the desktop app, it's just terrible. Or website, rather.
Yeah, the desktop is not great. We can always find
anyway.
that later.
Yeah, I'm never gonna find it. We don't. I realized like, oh, we're streaming. I don't need to do this right now.
Don't worry about it. Do you have
ADHD, baby.
Oh god, yes. Do you have any advice for aspiring content creators?
Oh man, I used to think I had advice. But honestly, I've learned that you can be one of the best creators out there and no one ever find you, or you can be just doing regular things and blow up. And I don't know if I have advice anymore. I think if I was, it's not going to be at least how to get successful advice, because I'm not. I'm just a person still small, still not making any money, still just kind of doing it because it's fun. You know, whoops, I accidentally just played my own video. I didn't mean to. Trying to get out of that. But I think my advice to anybody that wants to do it is don't put too much emphasis on having the perfect equipment, the perfect you know, setup, the perfect, if you're streaming, perfect overlays and this and that and perfect everything, because the truth is, all of us, when we go to our content that we first made, we think it sucks, and you will too. And honestly, just start, do what you want to do though, because on the off chance that you do blow up, don't you want to blow up for doing what you like? What if you do one video that you're like, I kind of hate this, and then that blows up? Now you're stuck doing that forever.
Clip channels.
Sorry, Stevie, you're stuck, bucko. You know, like, that's my only advice. Do what you like, you know, but have some self-awareness in that. If what you like isn't good, you are going to have to change that. And I think the caveat to doing what you like is you also need to have some self-awareness and be willing to receive criticism from people that are there in your corner and want you to succeed. Not just people being mean. But, you know, like, I know, for example, Stevie, when he gives me a critique, I know it's because he wants me to succeed. You know, there have been times where he's like, hey, this video could have probably just done this. And I was like, yep. but it's too late. I hit publish.
Well,
So,
shit. Yeah.
you know, like I have my two friends that I play with in real life. I send every script and every video before it's published to them, and I'm like, I just want to know your initial reaction. Did you do the noise thing? Did you smile? Did anything happen, or was it just like okay? And they're always honest. And if it's not really landing, I don't publish that video. Did I skip that step for a few bad videos recently? Yep. So, specifically reacting to myself, I just kind of was like, oh, I'll see how it goes. And, you know, I rolled the dice on it. Probably won't do it again. Just because, I don't know, going back on it and even their reactions to it, they were like, it's fine, but it wasn't really like the most engaging thing to watch. And I was like, that's fair. It really wasn't. And you live and learn. Yeah. So that's, I guess, my really long-winded version of advice. You know, do what you like, be self-aware, and don't feel like you have to be perfect out of the gate. No one is. I think people get paralyzed too, like thinking, oh, if it's not going to be perfect, I'm not going to do it. And the truth is, it never will be. You'll always find some kind of flaw in something, and you know, you might as well go for it and learn. Yeah, except Stevie. He's literal perfection. Don't even try to top him. But yeah, and know what you want to make before you start too, because I think my weakness and a lot of other smaller creators, and I'm small, but smaller than me creators even, I think the big thing with them and why they don't take off is they follow this pattern of, I don't know what I want to make. All I know is that I want to make videos. So they make a video kind of half-heartedly. It doesn't do well, and then they get upset, and then they never try that thing again. So we have just this sporadic, non-consistent type of video making happening that they don't even really want to make because they don't know what they want to make yet, you know? And I think knowing what you want to do first is good. Now, that's obviously going to change over time. You're always going to evolve. But like, have something that you want to try first. Yeah. Don't just hit record. Don't go buy a bunch of equipment and then be like, all right, now what?
Yeah, definitely. Like, yeah, Scarlet gave like a ton of great advice. Me personally is like, yeah, always be sure to like, oh, I dropped my knife. Be sure to always have like.
Why do you have a knife? Hold on.
I have a really bad. Okay, I have like a really bad fidgety problem. So.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes
okay.
I'll just like have a knife just so I can like spin it in my hand and like play with it. I'm just like, oh yes, this can't go wrong.
Stevie, there are less dangerous items.
I just like holding it. Like it's like, oh, it's
okay.
Sharp, it's heavy. Like cool.
It just feels like, I don't know. Like I just have this vision of someone's just like holding a giant like broadsword, and then you're like, whoa, and you're like, sorry, I have a fidget issue.
Sorry, bro.
No, that's okay. I think I'm sorry. I don't mean to roast you. I just think it's really funny.
No, you're good. Like I do it all the time with just like random stuff. Like
continue. I apologize. I cut you off.
No. But definitely like having an idea of like what you want to do is really good. Like obviously build your channel around a central idea. Like Scarlet's obviously like Scarlet does music videos and skits. Like Distant Coder, I guess there's rulings. I steal content. Just have a general idea of like what you want to do. I'm a thief. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm literally just a parasite. I like to pretend that I'm doing the world a favor by being like an archive. But
that's the ticket. Yeah.
Just lie to yourself.
Mask it in a virtue.
Yeah, just lie. But definitely don't be afraid to experiment and to just create videos just because you want to. Like even if it's not completely congruent like what you're doing. Like I think I have a random honey pop speedrun on my channel still. That's like 8 hours long.
Yeah.
That
100%. That's yeah, like, and as a caveat just to throw in, because I know I basically was just like, you better know what you're doing. Always experiment until you find what that is. Like, but I just mean don't, to clarify and kind of backpedal a little, I don't mean like you have to follow a theme always and that's it. I hope that makes sense.
No, that's
definitely like have an idea and then of course experiment and figure out where your niche really is, because you might have an idea and find out you don't like that idea after all, but you got to try it first.
Yeah, like yeah, definitely. like a random Honey Pop speedrun, because I got
Sure.
really bored at one night, and I was like, you know, it'd be really funny. It's literally just
Yeah,
an
I mean-
8-hour playthrough of just Honey Pop. I don't know why I did it. I was just like, yo, fuck it, it was funny. Like I had a...
You know, do what you got to do, man. It's content, I
Oh my
guess.
Funnily enough, for my entire channel's history, that was my most watched video.
Really?
For about 2.5 years. It was like hovering like 60,000 views. I don't know why.
Holy smokes.
It was because it was just like a random uncensored playthrough of Honey Pop.
That is so strange, but that's actually incredible.
It was so funny. I don't know
Wow.
why. But
That's
yeah.
impressive.
and then I got beat up by Clip, but
You know,
we'll talk about that.
you did that. I'm sorry, but like,
Yeah, I mean,
it's your choice, man.
it's the albatross around my neck.
I'm claiming my channel points so that I can spend them.
God, yes.
Yeah. Oh, I just realized that your channel points are feet pics. What the heck?
Susu Toes in chat if you got him. I have the email somewhere. There we go. But
Oh my gosh. Holy smokes.
I'm trying to think of like just. Oh my god! I just went down that train or that mental train right now. I just lost it.
Oh, I'm sorry. I keep
no, no, no.
interrupting.
No, you're solid. But content creation, advice. Damn, I really do just be losing that train of thought.
Feeling, Honey Pop, 60,000. But then a clip beat it.
Oh yeah,
and
yeah.
I was like, it's your fault.
Yeah, there we go. If you ever get an idea, like if you ever publish a video that like you even like kind of liked making, and it takes off, run with that idea as long as you can.
Yeah, true.
Internet fame is like a firework. It's loud, it's flashy, and it's over in an instant. But if you catch that spark, you better. And if you want to make it, you better run with that idea.
Yeah, and that's actually why I started doing more than skits very similarly, because they caught on and then I sort of went stagnant and I was like, okay, I should probably do some kind of different format. It's also why I'm going to try streaming as well.
Yeah.
You know, to supplement, because I'm not going to stop skits, but I do feel like, you know, people kind of got used to it. I've been exposed to most other people's audiences at this point. So it's more like building upon that now. How do I expand upon, okay, I love trying to make people laugh. What are new ways that I can do that? So yeah, definitely agreed there. Like, you got to run with it, but it's not going to last forever. There will be a time when it's like, okay, I've got to pivot a little bit, and I'm still me, but yeah.
You gotta understand when it's time to like actually start innovating, start changing up the format, and rather than just stick with some stagnating format.
Right, exactly.
I actually have a short story. Like, I think the one time where like I caught that spark and I just never ran with it was on one of my super old channels. Cause I used to make like a ton of dumb I used to make like Minecraft Let's Plays. Like, I was playing,
Let's go.
I was playing like Minecraft. I was playing like Pokemon.
Yeah.
Like, I was playing like Binding of Isaac. Oh my god, like the original Flash game.
Oh.
Like the old version of Isaac. We're like
Holy
you could literally
smokes.
just walk through walls because the game is that buggy.
That's
But
amazing.
I think the first you could find it like. I made a hentai review of a game. I made a hentai review for Mankitsu Happening for the cultured gamers in chat. You know what that is. But
Wait, what?
I made a hentai review.
What's?
Wait,
I
don't
see.
Google
What
it,
you're saying.
don't
Sorry,
Google it,
I was like,
don't Google it.
okay.
Wait, what the hell's that? What the hell's that? Yeah, I made a review for it, and like it was because I didn't want to do my math homework. I was like, I don't want to do my math homework. I just like algebra's not gonna fucking save me from capital loss. I'm just gonna make a funny review for hentai and just upload it. And like I remember, I edited it all on Windows Movie Maker.
Oh yeah. See, I understand you now. Actually, I understood you like when I said I understood you, but I heard head, tire, view. And I was like, what's a head tire view?
Oh,
And
no.
then I understood what you said, and I didn't properly react. So let me just... Oh.
Yeah. I don't know. I was just like this 16-year-old kid in my room, just like, ah, yeah, this will be.
Well, that makes sense. Okay.
Record it.
I thought you meant like last year.
No, like 5 years. I think the video's still up. Let me check. When did this come out?
I feel like it's probably been taken down by the authorities.
Nope, it's still up. 35,000
God.
views.
What's your old channel?
I will never. You can find it somewhere.
I'll find it.
Find it somewhere.
Nah, I'm actually gonna give up instantly. I'm not that sleuthy. What is it?
Somewhere.
Oh,
I think
people are still replying to this music thing I asked about.
Somewhere. If you find, all I'm saying is that, like, if you dig hard enough, yeah, this thing was literally 3 years ago, on January 13th, 2018. Jesus Christ, I was 18. No, 17 when I made that.
Holy smokes! I probably won't dig too hard for that due to the the nature of the video.
Oh no, there's like nothing like there's not like there's titties flying around. Like no, it's just like all the B-roll.
Just like nah. That's all. I'm all right.
It's just them talking. But I think yeah, I made it. It got like 20,000 views overnight, and I was like, should I run with this? And
no,
I was like, nah, that took way too long to edit, and I just didn't do
honestly,
again.
Good call. I think good call.
I could have been the next Yugioh. I could have been the next anime man, bro. I could have been rolling in my thousands of millions of dollars.
Oh my gosh. Hey Decatron. He says, "Hey Daddy." I just assume that means me.
Yeah, probably.
Oh man.
But yeah,
I haven't done a Yugi Dad video in a long time. I kind of forgot I did those.
I kind of forgot to make videos in general. Did I upload today?
I haven't uploaded in like a week and a half. After Make Verte, I was just like, I don't know.
Okay, upload.
Need a minute.
All right, upload a clip. Okay, we're good.
Oh, cool. See, maybe I should. That's what I'll do. I think I'll just upload 1-minute clips of my streams after I do them daily. Be like, I reacted to my own chat.
That's literally what I do for that's like literally my job. Like I work for like some of my friends like Tasha, and she literally just sends me like her stream VOD. I'm just like, all right, I guess I gotta go picking through here for clips for like the week.
Do you just watch hours of VODs and find something unique to post?
I go through every single clip that was made for that VOD, and then I'm like, okay, 90% of these were awful. 2 of them were like, okay. Like, one of these is good enough to be made into a video. And then I have to do that, and then I just have to watch the entire whatever.
Holy smokes. Man, that seems like I would... You're a machine. I don't think I could do that.
Hard.
Like, that's my problem. I think I'm very, like, hyper-fixated. And so, oddly enough, skits and the music thing has been enough to, like, I learn something new every time, so it never gets old. But like like if something in any way feels like, ugh, gotta edit, I'm not gonna.
Oh, I feel you.
I'm not gonna do it.
That's another big advice for like creators. Don't burn yourself out. Like it is very, very, very easy to get sucked up into like an editing hole and just like sit there like this is not like I'm not having fun doing this. Like I feel no ideas coming to me. I'm just tired and like it's very easy. Like you will hit that wall at one point in your career. Like
I have right now. Honestly, that's I mean, I'm taking a break for a little bit from like I mean not like really long. I'm not gonna be gone for like hours for like years or months even or even probably weeks. But I had to take like I said, it's been a week and a half since I made Make Verte, which was my latest video, and it was just kind of in a lull. Just need to take a minute. Don't force yourself. That's you know to add on. Don't force yourself. Like take the breaks when you don't have an idea. Don't try to make yourself have one, because I've done that, and that's when I forced out those videos that made Stevie hate me.
Yeah, like
you know, some of them were just like, on par with like what's pot of greed, like just like it's not funny.
Yeah, like you will make content where you're just looking at it and you're just gonna hate it, and you're gonna know everyone's gonna hate it. Like even if it does well, you're just gonna be like, oh, I fucking hate it. Like, why did this terrible video do it? Like, you're not gonna have fun with it.
Yeah. And that's the strange thing too, is like some of those videos that I'm like, that was a garbage joke. Like they did well on my channel, a lot of them, but I look at them and I'm like, why did anybody? In fact, it was the one that I actually did the reaction video to, one of my worst videos of all time. The man-eater bug pun. It was just like way too setup-y.
I remember that.
So bad, dude. Just the most cringe. Well, Yada just messaged me today and was like, hey, can I use that video and something? And I was like, why?
Why?
So I don't know. Maybe he's gonna out me as just like a garbage content creator.
He's a fraud.
He was bad and sometimes still is.
What do you mean sometimes? He just always is. Oh, God. But yeah. Understand that like be sure to never overload yourself over, because I literally edit for like a living, and like this shit is like not like you should not be sitting at your computer for like 8 to 10 hours just like staring over footage. Like that's not healthy. Do not do that. Space it out over a couple of days.
Yeah, you gotta take breaks.
Like people will very, very often, I think I do this a lot too, where you'll just like sit down and like you start editing and you're just like, well, I gotta finish the whole thing now, like while I'm here, and they'll just tunnel in for like 8-10 hours.
And that's when I let editing mistakes slip. That's when I let like, oh, this shot was out of focus, but I just want it to be done, so I'm not gonna reshoot that.
Like you'll notice it a lot.
Yeah.
You'll notice in my YCS Hypeland video, like the last, I think, minute is just awful compared to the rest. Like you'll notice.
I remember that being a little different. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I couldn't I remember I just forced myself to film that last like 5 minutes of footage. Just like fuck it, I can't be asked. Just get it over with. I don't want to do it this way.
Yeah. It's hard too when you want to do like stuff like vlogs, because you have to force it. You have to get footage. Like you can't just not.
Yeah.
And then when you get back, if it sucks, you're like, well, I can't like make the event happen again. Like it's
just time travel.
Right. Like it just kind of is what it is, right? So yeah.
I actually have a really funny about Hypeland. So I don't remember if I told you this.
I don't know.
Oh, have I not told you a single thing about Hypeland?
Say what?
Have I not told you a single thing about like how?
Not really. Other than that, you were going, and then the train was hard.
Okay, yeah. I remember that. Okay. Yeah. But so me and Def the Striker, like Zed, compilation guy, friend. We met up, and like the line was literally like wrapped around the block like 3 times, and we're like, oh, they're letting in like 5 people at a time. No way in hell are we getting in. Yeah. And like literal estimates were like 8 to 10 hours. Like no exaggeration. So
whoa.
So we're at the end of that line, and I'm just like, you know what? Fuck this. I get out of line, I walk to the front, I talk to the guy. Hey, I'm a YouTuber who edits for people, and I technically, by association, have cumulatively over 100K. Can I skip the line? He was like, give me a minute. And like 10 minutes later, alright, you and your friend get in.
No way!
That's what happened.
Abusing clout. Abusing clout.
If there's one thing that's keeping me in the game, it's literally just, you can abuse fake internet numbers to do anything. Oh.
Man.
And yeah,
alright, you just reminded me I needed to buy some more subscribers.
Yeah, hold up.
I'm kidding.
It's always really funny whenever I see a channel, like, very obviously that's been, like, sub-botted. Like, I think my friend, she was on this guy's show, and, like, when I checked out the guy's channel, it had, like, 20,000 subs. I looked at the view count, it was, like, 10. I'm like...
Somebody lied.
Something happened here.
Yeah, a little sussy.
a little sus. But... yeah, that was really fun. Yeah, I just got abused so much. Gotta interview... Sam Black, who's the voice actor for Brains.
Oh, no way!
Yeah,
that's cool.
I mean, we were mutuals on Twitter, but Twitter happened. Yeah,
Ooh.
Twitter, kind of shit the bed
Your
there.
twin brother can probably get one if that one doesn't come back to you.
Funny
You
thing
probably-
is, this is my second Twitter account. My first account got banned for the same exact reason.
So you didn't get that first one back, but you
The
think
first
you'll get
one-
this one.
It's because the first one I didn't even bother contesting. I was just lazy. I was just like, it's because
Fair.
like I didn't even do anything with it. I was just like, oh, like I had like 10 followers. Like who fucking cares?
I just feel like that seems so strange and so a thing that would happen to you. Like that is the most thing that would happen to Stevie thing to happen in a long time. Because people post really bad things.
Yeah, there are like a lot of bad things that people should be banned for.
And
Or,
you're like, hey, I'm gonna beat you up, maybe. And
yeah, we're like, haha, I'm gonna beat you up if you like Inscription. And then like Twitter bot, literal elite intervention sniper snipes me across the globe.
instantly.
Literally instantly. I think, remember, like I was talking to Mike and he was like, bro, I got the notification instantly. I checked it, this account has been suspended. And I'm like,
That's
yo,
so
hold up.
strange.
Yeah, it was 99%. It was 100% just like a bot. Because I highly doubt MBT had a fucking report button on standby.
Yeah, right. That's so weird.
Yeah, it was
That's
just like,
so weird.
ideally I'll get it back. If it doesn't, all I'm saying is I've got a triplet somewhere.
Yeah, of course, of course.
But yeah,
BV Blunder. Wait, you would have the same last name. Okay, that didn't work. Sorry.
don't worry about it. But
This would be something I don't press publish on YouTube.
no, Twitter, you're not watching this. It's funny, like, I remember, dude, all these tangentially things are just coming to mind, but I think, like, when you were talking about, like, rebranding, like, you changed your name from, like, the Scarlet Duelist, like, King Scarlet YGO. How'd you actually decide on that name?
Well, when I first started, I didn't really, there was no, like, I was like, I guess this, because I really liked the archetype Red Dragon Archfiend, and I really like the Scarlet Spider. I really love Spider-Man.
Okay.
Like comics and all of that, like super into it. And so I was like, oh, I could combine two interests there and do something with the word Scarlet. And I just was like, yeah, the Scarlet Duelist, sure. Like, it's Yu-Gi-Oh! Kind of. And then, over time, I just, like, I didn't really like it. It just seemed very, I don't know, just felt over generic. I don't know if that makes sense. It just didn't really have a ring.
It just kind of feels like a very, just like a...
Yeah,
it's
like,
pretty boring.
hi.
Like, hi.
Right, yeah, very, like, vanilla, white bread.
Yeah, there's no spice.
Right. So then I, was thinking about rebranding, but hadn't really committed to it because I just didn't really know what to change to. And then I happened upon the Yu-Gi-Oh card King Scarlet, which is a Red Dragon Archfiend trap. It's not good, but it's a cool name. And I was like, ooh, that would be really... It's like Yu-Gi-Oh related, and I do feel like the Scarlet, you know, it was kind of a play on words, the Scarlet Spider, but no one's getting that reference in the Yu-Gi-Oh community. And so, not no one, but most people are like, I don't care about the Spider-Man part. Cool, but I don't care. And so I was like, I should probably make it a more Yu-Gi-Oh centric name, since that's what I'm making content over. And also the first one's boring. So King Scarlet, ran into it, and I was like, I'll add Yu-Gi-Oh to it just because it feels like it needs more syllables. And there you go. King Scarlet Yu-Gi-Oh was born. And I did a terrible... Don't do this, by the way. But when you don't have a community tab, you think every announcement needs to be a video as a small creator. I feel like I did anyway. And so, like, I made this whole, like, really dumb, cheesy, like, evolution video of, like, the Scarlet Duelist changing into King Scarlet Yu-Gi-Oh with my really terrible logo at the time. And, yeah, it was wild. But, then it did stick, and then I rebranded further into like what my channel did, and I lost a lot of subscribers, almost all of them, and then had to restart essentially.
Oh shit.
Yeah, when people found out I was not gonna be primarily like, hey, check out this weird tech card, or hey, I built another deck that's not good, but I'm gonna say it's good because I won with it at locals once. People did not want to follow me anymore, and so for a while, I will say, like, it's not like I went instantly to zero, but I broke even for a very long time because I would lose, then gain, then lose, then gain, then lose, then gain. And then finally started to build from there. But yeah, King Scarlet was, I think I changed that in COVID, like within like right at the beginning of COVID.
Fair enough.
If I'm not mistaken, yeah.
Yeah, I went through like too many channel names. I've been making content on YouTube, not like good content, just content. like it's existed, but I think I went from like literally just like my name, like yes, this is a great idea in 2009.
Yeah.
Like literally just my name to like my Minecraft username. It was like
yes.
Literally Dragon Spiral 123. I thought that was like the funniest thing ever. I was like, oh yeah.
Oh man.
Because I was really into Pokemon at that time, and I changed it to
That's
like
awesome.
I changed it to Elite Poison.
Elite Poison.
It was spelled incorrectly too. It was P-O-I-S.
Oh yeah.
It was spelled like P-O-I-S-I-O-N because fucking I love dyslexia. It's so cool. I was like, yeah, this is how it's spelled.
Awesome. Oh man. Just like the generic, like, did you have like just like go to Logo Maker app and it was like one of those esports logos?
Oh, it was. I know. I'm gonna describe this to you. You're gonna know exactly what I'm talking about. Like the black and blue background, the lasers, and like the spin.
Yep.
Yeah. Like
yep.
If you were on YouTube in 2009, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Yep. That was what you had.
There 100%. You didn't have any of like the fancy logo makers. You don't have Fiverr. No, you had the watermark.
That you stole.
You had the watermark. You had the Bandicam or the unregistered Hypercam 2. Oh, it was great. Typing on Notepad because you did it.
Taking me back.
Oh, bro, I grew up on the streets of the internet, bro.
Dude, that was like peak cringe-lord content.
It wasn't even bad back then. Like back then, everyone thought I was like, oh yeah, this is good content.
Yeah. I mean, in hindsight, rather, not like it was bad then, but like going back, it's like, ooh, yeah, man, we were really doing something there, weren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel you.
I still remember, like you have to pay for screen recording software. That's how like.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember I paid for Bandicam. I still have it on my computer just to remind me.
I never did. I forget what I even did. I think I found some roundabout way within, at the time I was also just like on Windows Movie Maker, but I did something with some off application I found from just like, what is it? There's like a random tech website that you could just like find any unofficial app on.
Yeah. Like pirate.
And I just be like, sure, you know, just like mega awesome super cam 32 application that's probably got like 96 viruses, but it does do
LimeWire.
Yeah,
bro, LimeWire, dude, old LimeWire was great.
Oh man, not that I used it
for legal reasons. Well,
I actually don't even recall, Stevie. I don't know. You can elaborate, but
all I'm saying
I just purchase everything, so.
All I'm saying was that my Dell laptop had a lot of files of like Bill Clinton saying like I did not have sexual relations with like Monica Lewinsky. Like there was if the real boomers in chat know like what I'm talking about or like need the context. It was great.
Decatron, Cotton 4K.
Yeah. I think
I always hack.
Hell yeah. But back to like the name change thing.
Oh, sorry. Yeah,
no. Yeah, we just go on a tangent. I went from whatever it was, Elite Poison. Yeah, from Elite Poison, spelled incorrectly. When I was part of like Minecraft SMPs before those were a thing. Into
oh wow,
it was it's so fucking deep cut, but it's so irrelevant. But I went to Hated by Xfinity because my Comcast Wi-Fi, because my parents have Comcast, and it was terrible. Like Xfinity, if you've ever had Comcast, you'll want to drink a bottle of hand sanitizer. Like it's not great.
It's terrible.
It's very unfun. And like my Wi-Fi would just go. I remember I had a ton of leak accounts permabanned, like for being mean, first of all. But the other reason was because I kept disconnecting in the middle of games. It's like my Wi-Fi would just go down. And I was like, oh, fucking Xfinity hates me. So I made that my username. That's where the hentai review is.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, so for the lore masters in there, the hentai review's there, and literally nothing else. You get to see Zoomer Stevie, so that's kind of funny. And then,
Man, oh man.
And then after that, I started my YouTube channel, like YouTubing. But I was like, okay, I'm gonna start making content. I'll let you guess what my username is. What my username was. Just guess.
Now, am I even gonna ever guess?
You're never gonna get it.
All right, I'm still gonna take a crack.
Just guess. It's as horrible as you think it is.
Oh.
It's a bad username. It's not like edgy or just like a gamer.
Oh, okay. I was
like,
Stevie, I'm not gonna say slurs. I'm sorry. That's not the kind of person I am.
No.
Stevie's just like, my username was every single slur.
Yeah, it just was like the hard R. Like that's it.
It was a very long username. I'm gonna guess Naruto Lover 69420.
That's not a bad guess. It was actually Cumsock.
No!
It was.
That's so much worse.
It's so bad. I was like, oh, that's kind of funny, because my email.
Stevie.
Because my email for it was sticky footwear, and I was like, oh, that's kind of funny. Oh.
Go to your room.
I am in my room.
Get out of your room.
Oh, shit. But I think in my first video, like my first deck profile, where I was like, it was literally a true Draco deck profile at Chipotle. I think
first your username, and then True Draco.
True Draco was the first deck I ever played. It was the first competitive deck I ever played.
Cancel Stevie Blunder 2021.
One day.
I'm just kidding. I play Virtual Draco also.
I remember that. I think Stealthy pilled me on that. I was like, oh, this deck's hilarious.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And then
anyway, continue. Apologies.
And then yeah, I was just like, yeah, it's probably not a great idea to have my channel literally named Cumsock, so I just changed it. I changed it to
Good
like,
call.
I was like listening to like a Stevie Wonder album. I was like, we're gonna change it to this because it's funny.
That's amazing.
I was like, haha, Stevie Wonder, Stevie Blunder, haha, it's funny. And like I just ran with that ever since.
I actually, when I first had heard of you, I did love your username, and still do. I love Stevie Blunder.
I really like that username. I'm actually like really proud of this username.
Yeah. Like, I will forever know you as Stevie Blunder, so if you change it, no you didn't, you know?
No,
it's
you
just
didn't.
the way it is.
I'm probably, yeah,
know,
like, there's no real reason to change it. Other than
right.
just, like,
I mean, you're known probably most as this now, at this point.
Yeah. It's just like, oh, it's Stevie. What's up?
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
It's cool. But yeah, you have anything else you want to talk about? I'm out of questions, so... Just anything, dog.
Listen.
I'm listening.
I don't play appliances as a meme. They are the best deck. And I truly believe that. If you say, oh yeah, he's doing it because he's funny, unsubscribe, unfollow me, block me. Because it's gonna win a YCS.
Somebody, like YGO Clips, is just gonna clip that and just like overlay like the copium. It's like slowly fading in.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh man. I mean, that's all I've got really. Yeah, this was a lot of fun, man. Thanks for having me. I really appreciate it.
That's what, dude. Like, yeah, this is honestly like a lot more fun than I. Like, yeah, dude. I thought this would be like an hour and done. Like,
dude,
nah,
same. It's been 2 hours.
Like
Holy smokes.
Yeah, like,
I'm glad we started when we did, actually.
Yeah, like no way were we gonna be able to start this.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, this was so strange. This felt like I have known you for like years, and we're just like catching up. But everybody can listen if they wanna. Like.
I mean, we've known each other for like 3 months. Like that's not like the worst amount of like we've like learned a lot about, like we know a lot about each other. Like it's weirdly like we're weirdly like close. At least I like to think that.
Oh, same. I didn't want to assume that though. If you're like, nah.
Like, yeah, he doesn't know shit. He doesn't know the fucking. of like nah, like I feel like we know like a pretty good chunk.
Oh, agreed, 100%.
Yeah.
Sorry, Strato. Yeah, you did arrive a little bit late. We're pretty much done.
That's right, yeah. But yeah, if you have any final words you want to say to anyone before we end it off.
Very passionate about appliancers, obviously. Laundry Dragon, best card in the game. And oh, I guess I will plug not really my channel because I think I already did that pretty much at the beginning, but this weekend, Saturday EST at 3 p.m. to 6 p.m., I'm going to attempt streaming for the first time. It might be terrible, but you can come if you want. But that's pretty much it.
Help you set it up before everything catches on fire.
Yeah, so I'll probably test again tomorrow, and you know, people might show up, might not, because I think I have notifications set up at least in my Discord, so I might have like 3 people watching me make sure everything doesn't suck. Because I've tested Omega with my setup. I don't have like the world's best computer. It's fine. It does what it does, right? But
I remember at a certain point, I think I recommended you buying a computer from my sponsor.
Yeah, and I could not afford that because PCs were actually at that time, even pre-builts were at an all-time high.
Yeah,
so
it's
I have
a
like
bit better now, but
yeah, I don't even have a graphics card actually. I'm running on integrated, so
what the fuck?
Yeah, man, it's pretty good for what it, you know, like.
Oh my god.
Considering, yeah, like I have I forget what it even is, but it's a Ryzen, I think, 4 something G with integrated. It's like a 4 gigahertz processor with Radeon Vega, like most updated Vega, which is not bad. It runs things fine.
I think what's funny, I think I have a 3080 NVIDIA.
Yeah.
I fucking traded Yu-Gi-Oh cards for that.
No way.
One of my sponsors. My sponsors, one of the head guys there, he plays Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah.
And he messaged me. I was like, yo, like, I'll watch your content. Do you want to, like, if you need computer upgrades, like, let me know. And I'm like, you want to trade Yu-Gi-Oh cards for them? And he's like, hell yeah. I think I traded like.
Can you set me up with? I don't have 12 grand worth of Yu-Gi-Oh cards to trade, but
I think I non-ironically can. I think I non-ironically can. I'll let you know. Like, I'll give you his Discord. So that would be really cool. Graphics card.
Yeah, like, I mean, it's running fine. It's running way better than my Mac from 2013 did. Ooh. I still make my music and sometimes edit on that, though. It works fine.
Oh shit! Somebody found the entire review.
Oh no!
Yep, that's it. You get to hear 3 a.m. Stevie.
Oh, holy smokes! But yeah. Anyway, yeah. All that to say, I'm gonna test tomorrow to make sure my computer can handle streaming and also playing a game made in 1999, Crazy Taxi.
Crazy.
But we'll see. I think it'll be fine. On OBS, you know, I'm watching it and minimal frames are dropped, like in a way that's like normal for just like bandwidth stuff and other things. I think it's fine, but I've learned that it's less equipment sometimes and more internet speed. So we'll see.
You can get pretty far with like a computer.
Yeah.
Just kind of hope that you have like the CPU, I guess, for it, as well as the internet speed. But I mean, I'm streaming on internet on university Wi-Fi. I haven't blown up yet, so.
Yeah.
Well, there was a bit at the start, so. But...
yeah.
All right.
But. Yeah, man. That's it.
Well, that's it. All right. Take it easy, man. Thank you everybody for watching, and hopefully we'll get someone just as cool for the next episode. Love you all.
Doubt it, but you can try.
That's true. No one can ever compare to you. All right, that's it.
So humble. See ya.